everybody. Welcome to Built to Adapt here at SpringOne Platform 2017. I'm Jeff Kelly, and we're talking with some of the leading companies in the digital transformation world. Today we're talking with Brannon Lacey, who's from Rackspace, a pivotal partner. Brannon, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to be here.
So we had an announcement recently between Pivotal and Rackspace, and I want to get into some of those details shortly, but why don't you start off by just telling us a little bit about yourself and your role.
Okay, so I'm the Vice President of Cross Platforms. That at Rackspace means every business that we have above our infrastructure businesses. So people know Rackspace historically because of the core business around infrastructure as a service. So we invented OpenStack, and now in the recent past we've added managed services on top of AWS and other leading clouds, Azure, Google, etc. And then we've got our core single tenant business with VMware and others. And recently we've really started to make inroads up the stack. So for us, a strategic imperative for the company is to offer customers choice. And so we allow customers to come in and architect a hybrid infrastructure solution of any type, whether it be partially on-prem with a VMware or multiple public clouds like Google, AWS, depending on best workload fit. But also, we've moved up the stack, so we want to offer a choice not just around the infrastructure, but also around applications. So a lot of the application level businesses at Rackspace live with me. And in that theme, we've gone and we've partnered with Pivotal in the last year and a half, and we launched in July in New York a managed service on top of Pivotal, because we feel fundamentally that Cloud Foundry and this concept of a platform as a service is a very, very real business opportunity, because we get telemetry from all different sources, but primarily from our customers. So I am responsible for the Pivotal Cloud Foundry business at Rackspace, and it's been a business that's in just a short amount of time showed a lot of momentum.
So let's dig into that a little deeper. So it's a managed service, a Pivotal Cloud Foundry. Talk about what it entails, kind of the scope. So
at a very high level, what it is us taking and managing the day-to-day operations of the platform. So if you're a customer that is interested in adopting it quickly, that wants to get past all the migration issues, that wants 24/7, 365 service, we're the provider of choice. And if you come to us with a very prescriptive view on infrastructure underneath, whether it be all on GCP or on AWS or VMware in your own data centers, we don't care. We'll manage it anywhere and everywhere. And so what we do, I think, uniquely in the partner ecosystem, because I feel like there are a lot of very good partners, blue chip partners that Pivotal has assembled, which I think is a testament to the growing movement around Cloud Foundry and Pivotal in general. But where we differentiate with those big blue chip players like an Accenture or VirtuStream, et cetera, is that we're agnostic to the technology, whether it be the applications above or the infrastructure below. We'll come in and manage any type of hybrid solution or architecture that you have. And that positions us in a very unique way against other folks. You can think of us really as the day two provider. Mm-hmm. So if you want the front end architecture expertise, et cetera, that app replatforming expertise, we can help you with that, but you're probably better suited to have Accenture help you with that. And then the ongoing maintenance and operation of your platform, the extension of it, that's all what we do. That's our sweet spot at Rackspace.
Right, and translate that a little bit further to customer value. Is it all about enabling the customer to focus on their applications, building the business logic and actually the business value, and taking away some of those concerns around the infrastructure and running the platform itself?
Yeah, so in essence, and in short, frankly, what Rackspace does really well is we take sort of those underlying elements of the internet off your hands as a small software company or a large enterprise that has a lot of applications that they have to manage in various stages of maturity. We take and remove all the operational components of that for you so that you can focus on what you do best. So if you're a software provider, it allows you to focus on building the application and iterating your application. And it allows you to stay away from the things that you're maybe not as good at. And we offer in its scale version of that. So we operate, 50 of the Fortune 100 customers, varying stages of infrastructure for them. We're the only provider in the world that manages at scale very, very large enterprise customers across all the tier 1 cloud service providers. So we bring all that expertise to bear with expertise, deep expertise, DevOps expertise around Pivotal, the platform itself, and we put all that together, and that sort of amalgamation leads to a very differentiated and powerful offering for our customers. I think our ideal customer, the archetype customer for Rackspace, is the one that says, hey, we're interested in consuming IT as a service. And we want to get out of the game of staying up on the latest technology, having to find and retain the really ephemeral talent and critical skills. We want to allow somebody that does this at scale with the biggest customers in the world, the biggest operations in the world, and apply those best practices, those learnings to our world, and allow us to focus on what it is that we do best. So that, in essence, is what we bring as a value proposition to our customers.
And if we zoom out a little bit and take a little bit of a historical perspective, could you talk about how you led up to this decision to work with Pivotal and some of the changes or changing maybe needs of your customers that you've seen over the last 5-10 years as this cloud native movement has really started to pick up steam?
I think the fact is that our customers are our product incubation lab at Rackspace. So we've got over 200,000 customers in all industries and all geographies and all segments of the markets and all verticals. And our primary product decision-making process is around listening to them. We're fortunate enough to have this ecosystem, these built-in focus groups of customers that are very vocal about what they want, right? We're a managed service on top of the world's leading technologies, and they pay for that, and in return, they want a lot of things. So the luxury we have is that we get to capture that information and then make our product decisions based on it. And our decision to move towards a partnership with Pivotal was one that we didn't take lightly. One, we got telemetry from the secondary markets, the IDCs, Gartners, Forresters. We've also paired that with our sellers. We're coming back to us saying, hey, people are asking us about platform as a service, asking us about Cloud Foundry, asking us about OpenShift. What do we do here? And then from our customers that are raising their hand and saying, hey, we want a better way of doing application development. And the promise of Cloud Foundry and these other things is something that resonates with us. You're our trusted IT partner, go help us figure this out. And so we heard that strong enough and we went and responded to it. And I, with my team, reached out to Pivotal, year and a half ago, and we said, hey, we fill a gap for you. You are really, really good at software. The services side is a key component to your sales motion. We're someone that can come in and help you with that. We're really good at the services side of it, and we don't want to be a part of the software side in so much as we have to. We'll leave that to you. So we had these nicely aligned sort of value propositions, and the two businesses have come together in the last 18 months to really demonstrate a tight partnership, and that initial thesis around partnership is held true. We've been very creative to each other, and it's been a very good partnership so far.
So it's been a few months since the announcement.
Yeah.
What kind of momentum have you seen? Could you maybe give an example or two of a customer that's a joint customer that's working with us?
Yeah, sure.
With Pivotal and with Rackspace?
I think with any partnership, the partners have to trust each other, right? And so we've spent months working through the details of the relationship, and we've had to get to a point where we trusted Pivotal and Pivotal trusted us, because in order for this to work, Pivotal has to go and hand a valuable customer that they've chased and spent a lot of resources bringing into the Pivotal fold, and they need to hand that customer to an operator that they fully trust to manage that ecosystem and that customer 24/7, 365. So I think there was a mutual building of trust over time. But in the last 3 months, we've gone and seen our respective pipelines explode because there's a real market signal with pivotal customers in that they need help with adoption, with migration, and then the ongoing management, and then optimization and the growth of the platform. All the customers that we've taken on so far are customers that start in one space and very quickly they realize the power of the platform as they see it in action and they consume more. So for us, it's a very interesting business model because it's a business model that inherently expands as we bring in new logos. So an example of traction, if you asked about momentum, without naming specific names, one of our sort of hallmark customers, shared customers, is a local retail company here, one of the largest clothing retailers in the world, and we manage all their operations globally around Pivotal. This was an operation that originally Pivotal itself was managing from a 24/7 operational perspective, and we've come in and taken that part of the operation from them, and I think allowed them to free up and move towards the higher value activities that they would prefer to be doing. So it's been a very good partnership. That's a very big customer, a very good customer, a demanding customer, but one we've been very successful in mutually servicing. And we've got a list of others. So the momentum has been strong in just a few months, and it's a partnership that we're really, really excited about, and we're investing heavily in at Rackspace.
And there have been some announcements here at the show around PKS, around serverless and functions as a service. From Rackspace perspective, how do you stay current on all the new technologies that are coming out? Because those are just a few examples. I mean, this market is moving so quickly.
Right.
Pivotal likewise has that challenge of staying up with the market and understanding what customers want and getting up on the latest technology. How does Rackspace approach that?
So we do it fairly deliberately. We're a company that sits on top of the world's best infrastructures and best technologies. So every one of these spaces is moving and being disrupted and evolving so quickly, month to month. Changes are happening in all of the different infrastructures we provide support for, in all of our application level partners and platform level partners. And so we are well practiced and have a lot of muscle memory around keeping pace. And it's not just because we want to remain relevant to Pivotal, which of course we do. We want to be on the bleeding edge of the latest advancements and be adopting things like PKS as they become relevant to our customers. But more importantly, to that last point, we want to remain relevant to our customers. Our customers don't just look at us as their day-to-day operators. They want a trusted IT partner in Rackspace that is looking around corners and saying, here's what serverless means to you in your particular vertical and your particular segment. We know because we see and we service all of your key competitors, right? Here's what you need to be thinking about. Containerization is very real for you, but you've got to start now. And here's how we would suggest you go about doing that. So in order for us to be that trusted partner, we have to be opinionated. We have to understand the technology. So we take a very deliberate approach to staying current and being relevant because our whole business model is dependent upon it.
Right. So as we wrap up here, so let's say we're back here in a year's time. Well, what are your aspirations for the next 12 months, both the partnership, but more generally Rackspace?
I think in general at Rackspace, you're seeing us evolve as a company. Just 2 years ago, we competed head-on with AWS and Microsoft and Google to a certain extent in the public cloud space. We had our own public cloud with OpenStack, and we still do. But we've made a strategic decision to, instead of leaning into the breeze, that growing strong breeze from these big blue chip tier 1 cloud service providers, we've shifted to sort of throw our sail up and catch that breeze with them. So we're now, their biggest MSP partners for all three of them, and with VMware as well. And so what we're doing is we're very quickly shifting to a multi-cloud stance where you come to us as a customer with very prescriptive needs and we can service them, or you come to us and say, here's my business outcomes that I desire, help me architect a multi-cloud solution. We'll do all of that for you, very agnostic to the technology. we're also moving up the stack, as I mentioned earlier, and becoming more and more relevant at the application level, because that's what our customers are asking for. So in a year's time, I think what you'll see is an expanded offering around our managed Pivotal Cloud Foundry offering, adoption of PKS and the latest and greatest. You'll see us build a lot of sinew between our VMware offering, between our GCP offering and our Pivotal offering. And hopefully you'll see a big laundry list of customers I can talk in more specifics about.
All right, well, we look forward to that. Brannon Lacey, VP and GM of Cross Platform at Rackspace, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, happy to be here.
And thanks for watching.